Good evening and welcome to the 2021 DiGamma Kappa and Georgia Association of Broadcasters Banquet. I'm Charles Davis, the Dean of Grady College. I'm so excited to be here, not only to honor the hard work of some incredible Grady students, but to pay homage to one very special Grady alum, our honoree, Deborah Roberts. Every year, Grady faculty, staff, and alumni look forward to coming together at this special event. Even though the pandemic requires us to forego an in-person evening of celebration, this is not the year to scale back recognizing journalists, especially those who have contributed so much to the profession. So this year's banquet does not feature any food, but it does feature the people who make this event possible. And later on in the program, of course, some very profound words for us all to carry forward from our honoree, ABC News' Deborah Roberts. Thank you to the members of DiGamma Kappa, members of GAB, Grady faculty and staff, our incredible production team who've helped to put this together, and of course, our honoree and other award winners. Your hard work has made DiGamma Kappa's 47th annual spring banquet, which is entirely virtual for the first time in all of its history, come to life after such a different past year. Now, please join me in welcoming Molly English, the president of DiGamma Kappa.
Thank you, Dean Davis. It has been a challenging year, and the crisis of political upheaval and the pandemic just made the work of journalists and media professionals that much more vital. That's why, despite the hurdles, we work to find a way to continue this important annual event. We are so excited to honor all of our award recipients and celebrate another year of accomplishments. I want to offer a special thanks to Grady faculty and staff, especially Janice Hume, Karen Andrews, and Dodie Cantrell, without whom this event would not have been possible. A very special thank you goes out to Jody Danneman and his production team, who worked so hard to make this event beautiful. Finally, thank you so much to the Georgia Association of Broadcasters and Bob Houghton, whose partnership with us on this event is always a pleasure. DiGamma Kappa is a broadcasting society with the goal of promoting networking opportunities for our members and preparing them for their careers after Grady. It was a challenge to switch to an all-online format for our organization, which in the past has thrived off of seeing and talking to our friends and the professionals who visit us in person. But our members took it in stride, and since August, we've loved seeing each other every other week, this time through Zoom. We are so grateful to the industry professionals who have joined us virtually this year, and we can't wait for the day when we can invite you to the Classic City again. Thank you to everyone, Grady alumni and faculty included, who has been a role model to our current members, to those who have helped them connect to those in the industry, offering internships and shadowing opportunities. You have helped inspire the next generation of journalists and media professionals. Before we begin to honor some amazing award recipients, let us show you a little bit more about who we are as an organization. There has never been a bigger need for journalists than right now. And at the University of Georgia, many aspiring journalists start their journey with DiGamma Kappa. Since 1939, DiGamma Kappa Broadcast Journalism Society has helped UGA students interested in production, news, film, and public relations get connected with those already in the industry. But we don't just learn from the professionals. In DGK, we learn from each other, in the classroom, at meetings, and on annual trips to New York City and Atlanta. This network of aspiring professionals, although different, connect in one central way. We all aim to better our industries and better ourselves. And that is what DGK is all about. DiGamma Kappa is honored to partner with the Georgia Association of Broadcasters to host this banquet every year. In the past, our members have had the opportunity to network with members of GAB and continue to learn more about the industry from those involved right here in Georgia. And now it is my honor to introduce the president of the Georgia Association of Broadcasters, Mr. Bob Houghton.
Good evening. I'm Bob Houghton, the president of the Georgia Association of Broadcasters, and I would like to welcome you on behalf of the GAB and our nearly 500 member stations. Tonight we return virtually to celebrate the long-running partnership of DGK and Grady with the Georgia Association of Broadcasters. For nearly 75 years, we have met every January to recognize student achievement, honor a distinguished broadcaster, and host dialogue with students, professors, and broadcasters. While this year, COVID has forced us to meet virtually, our partnership with the university remains strong, and we are looking forward to meeting in person next year. I want to thank Dean Davis and Professor Cantrell for their efforts to make this event possible this year and for partnering with the GAB. I want to thank the officers of DGK for their steadfast commitment to hold this event and for their creativity in making it a success. The GAB partnership with the university and with Grady continues strong throughout the year, and while it's slowed by the pandemic, it remains strong. Next month, we will partner with Grady to host the Journalism Career Fair, an event we have partnered with for nearly 50 years, and it'll be the first time it has been held virtually. We annually hold our Hall of Fame and Scholarship Luncheon, usually at this same event. It will be held later in the year this year. We will soon honor our 100th person in the Georgia Association of Broadcasters Hall of Fame, and we will have given away over $100,000 in scholarships. The Hall of Fame and scholarships have honored many UGA alumni and benefited many UGA students as we strive to recognize the diversity and inclusion of our industry, past, present, and future. For many years, Grady has been the home for the GAB Radio Talent Institute. We have graduated over 125 students, and nearly 2/3 of them have gone on to broadcasting or a related industry. The GAB welcomes all of you tonight for our program. Our commitment to Grady, the faculty, and most importantly, the students who will be the next generation of broadcasters in Georgia moves on virtually. We all look forward to being together again next year in person. It is a great day to be a broadcaster in Georgia, and it's always great to be a Georgia Bulldog. Tonight I have the privilege of presenting one student with the TV Innovator Award. This award is a joint effort between Grady College and the GAB. It's to recognize a student who has shown leadership and innovation in the television industry. It is no secret that broadcasting is changing almost daily, and the way we consume media is in constant state of change. Content is developed 24 hours a day and distributed on multiple platforms. Our audience has more quality content to choose from than ever before. If you want to be on the cutting edge of new media, come work for one of our stations in Georgia. Today's recipient of our TV Innovator Award reflects how they utilize the changes in our industry and the audiences we serve. Sophia Gratis is a graduate of the College of Journalism and Mass Communication with a major in journalism and a minor in ecology. She's also an alumnus of Grady's Visual Journalism program. During her 4 years at UGA, Ms. Gratis held various staff positions, including she was the editor-in-chief at the Red and Black. She interned with WUGA Athens News Matters, and she worked with Georgia Public Broadcasting as a news intern. Sophia expects to continue writing and reporting for a variety of platforms for a television station. Hopefully that station will be in Georgia. Taking what she has learned while at UGA, she will be an asset to wherever she begins her journalism career. Congratulations to Sophia Gratis, our 2021 Innovator Award recipient.
Thank you to the Grady College, the Georgia Association of Broadcasters, and UGA's DiGamma Kappa for the Innovators Award. Innovation and evolution are essential in the media industry, and I'm proud to have had the chance these past 4 years to work with people in this college who understand just that. As I dive into a professional career, I'll continue to look back on my experiences at UGA for inspiration. Thank you again for this award, and congratulations to everyone else being recognized.
Congratulations, Sophia. Next, we have the WSB Radio Award. WSB has been one of the country's leading radio stations for nearly 100 years. The first radio station in Georgia will celebrate its 100th anniversary in 2022. Their call letters and the company dominate the hallways at Grady and are closely linked with DGK, Grady, and the Georgia Association of Broadcasters, and indeed to the history of broadcasting in Georgia. The WSB Radio Award has recognized student leadership since 1976. It's given to students who demonstrated promise to make a contribution to the broadcasting industry. Over the past 45 years, it has proven to be a great forecaster of success in the broadcasting business. Some of the winners are well-known broadcasters. Others are board members past and present of the GAB, and even some members of our GAB Hall of Fame. Many have gone on to work at WSB Radio or television, including Candace Presley and Jay Black, who are working there currently. Tonight is a first as we introduce the son of a previous WSB Radio Award winner. In fact, Harry Christopher Carey IV is a fourth-generation sports broadcaster, following the path of his great-grandfather Harry, his grandfather Skip, and his dad Chip. In a way, he is entering the family business, but I am told that Christopher is working hard to create his own successful path. A third-year student at UGA, he is studying journalism and is pursuing a sports media certificate. I hope that next year he will take the class that I teach here at Grady. He is the sports director at 90.5 WUOG-FM, UGA's student radio station. He has 2 programs on the station. He also does play-by-play of women's softball and UGA baseball. This summer, he has been selected to broadcast in the Cape Cod Summer Baseball League. Like the players who choose to play in that league, Cape Cod League is a well-known path to the Major League for announcers as well. Congratulations to the 2021 WSB Radio Award winner, Christopher Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Houghton, and thank you, DiGamma Kappa, as well as the staff and instructors at Grady College for choosing me to receive this amazing award. Though my name may now be associated with this honor, I couldn't have done it without my brother Stefan and my best friend, Jack Sadigan. In my eyes, they deserve recognition just as much as I do. Our passion for sports broadcasting made us adapt 2 semesters ago and ultimately create the UGA Sports Network. That dream of becoming a Major League play-by-play broadcaster is very much alive, and with this honor, I'm more determined than ever to make it happen. And of course, I would like to thank my parents for constantly supporting my dreams. Thank you again for this special honor.
Congratulations to Sophia and Chris. Now to Dean Davis, who will get us started introducing our Distinguished Achievement in Broadcasting Award winner.
Thank you, Bob. Our honoree, Deborah Roberts, is an esteemed UGA Grady alumna, and we are very proud to be able to present this award to her today. She has been extremely successful in the years since she graduated from UGA. Deborah Roberts is an award-winning senior national affairs correspondent for ABC News 2020, Nightline, Good Morning America, and ABC World News Tonight with David Muir. A media veteran, Roberts is a highly respected journalist who has traveled the world in her reporting. She's also served as a substitute anchor for Good Morning America, World News Weekend, and 2020, as well as a co-host on The View. She's a Georgia native, and she began her career at WTVM-TV in Columbus and worked her way up through several stations, eventually landing at ABC News in 1995. Roberts' long-form reports on 2020 have consistently produced extraordinary narratives, such as an intimate profile of First Lady Michelle Obama, former First Daughter Ivanka Trump, and an in-depth investigation into abuse within the Amish community. She has reported from Africa on children orphaned by the HIV/AIDS crisis and was part of the historic coverage of the inauguration of President Barack Obama. Roberts has been awarded multiple Emmy Awards for her international and national coverage of world events, including her poignant reporting on an Ethiopian-American woman's emotional journey back to her African village to discover her long-lost mother. Roberts is author of Been There, Done That, Family Wisdom for Modern Times, a book written with her husband, Al Roker. She makes her home in Manhattan with her husband and 2 children. We're honored to be able to present this award to her. And here to do that is DiGamma Kappa Director of Marketing and Engagement, Abby Buston.
Thank you, Dean Davis. It has been a privilege to serve as the Director of Marketing and Engagement for DiGamma Kappa this year. In past years, I would have planned an in-person banquet, but we had to get a little creative this year. I am so thankful to be here helping to present such a prestigious award to a very deserving Grady alum. For the past 47 years, the DiGamma Kappa Award for Distinguished Achievement in Broadcasting has recognized the best of the best in journalism. From Wolf Blitzer to Charlene Hunter-Gault, Each recipient of this award has been a trailblazer in their respective fields and a role model to each of us as we navigate becoming journalists ourselves. As the official broadcasting society at the University of Georgia, DiGamma Kappa's mission is to encourage participation and professional growth in all aspects of film, television, and radio production. Our organization prides itself on giving its members the skills and competence it takes to become a competitive professional in these fields, as well as providing them with networking opportunities. Watching these role models follow their dreams inspire us to follow our own. Congratulations to Deborah Roberts, our 2021 DiGamma Kappa Distinguished Achievement in Broadcasting honoree.
Hi there, everybody. How are you? How's everybody feeling today? It is so great to be with you virtually, and though I wish I could be with you in person, let's face it, you can wear sweatpants today without any guilt. In fact, I might even be wearing sweatpants, and nobody has to know about it. But seriously, I hope you are all well and feeling safe during these challenging and extraordinary times. First, I want to thank DiGamma Kappa for this generous and humbling honor. I am truly, truly touched to be named for this wonderful award. I've looked back at past recipients, and I know that I am in good company. I also want to thank President Moorhead for his leadership at UGA and for really creating and clearing a path for journalism to just flourish and take flight on campus. We have never needed illumination and the certainty of the search for the truth, probably more than right now. It's hard to believe that it's been a few years since I was on campus there at UGA, a wide-eyed broadcast news major in the journalism school, learning and dreaming of changing the world. It was a spark that was actually ignited in my very first mass communications class. And I have to tell you, at first I thought I was interested in television drama, thought I was interested in acting. But when I took that first mass communication course, wow. I had found my calling. Television journalism stoked this fire that just began burning inside of me. It was a flame that really began as a flicker in my small town, in my small house in Georgia, Perry, Georgia, years before. Like so many families, my parents always had our Zenith television turned to the evening news every single night, and we would watch television. And I got to see local reporters, and I would see network reporters covering all kinds of things, from contentious school board meetings locally to network correspondents who traveled the world in search of the truth, revealing sometimes ugly moments and just big moments in our society. This was long before the internet and long before cable television. Most of you will never know anything about this, but these were the days of television antennas. And in my home, we could only get the CBS affiliate. So that meant we watched Walter Cronkite every night and heard him declare at the end of every newscast, and that's the way it is. It's hard to describe to you what it was like as a little kid, sitting there perched in front of the television, as a teenager even, watching reporters like Lim Tucker, Connie Chung, Dan Rather, people who were just sort of traveling and traversing, reporting from all parts of this country and really different parts of the world on the civil rights struggle and so many other different issues. It was a strange, kind of exhilarating and dangerous looking profession, and I really wanted to be a part of it. Never mind that I never knew anybody who did any work like this, and I certainly didn't have any connection to television news. But I dreamed, and I dreamed big as I began to see more and more faces of color show up on network television. As I sat transfixed in front of the television, I had no idea what was happening at UGA. I had no idea that Charlene Hunter and Hamilton Holmes had broken a barrier, that they had integrated the long segregated university, enduring angry and hostile taunts in their quest to pursue their education and their dreams at one of the country's oldest institutions, the University of Georgia. When I graduated high school, I didn't know that it just really had just been over a decade or so before they had bravely sort of cleared a path for me to be able to take my place at UGA as the first Black students who dared enter this hallowed institution. They broke barriers. So allow me to stop here just for a moment and to honor them and to thank them, Charlene Hunter Galt and Hamilton Holmes, just as UGA recently did, for their courage, for their drive, and for their sacrifice. I, like so many of you, stand on their shoulders. Because of them, I was able to step onto old campus under those famed arches back in 1978 as a freshman. I'll never forget just how nervous I felt, but also how excited I was, this optimistic little girl from Perry, Georgia, whose parents never finished high school. And here I was, ready to take my place at Brumby Hall and tween the hedges. I was getting the opportunity denied both of my parents, and they could not have been prouder of me. The inequities they faced aren't exactly a memory today. As I join you virtually, I'm reminded that this heartbreaking pandemic that we're living in right now, which is testing our spirit and our resilience as a nation, is also laying bare the sad and disturbing inequities in our society. As a journalist, it's been complicated and difficult to report on. Over the last year, much of my reporting has been about the effects of this once-in-a-lifetime pandemic and its effect on our country. People of color and lower-income Americans, as you all know, are disproportionately dying from COVID-19, sparking big questions about disparities in healthcare, economic inequality, and unconscious bias. And with so many schools closed and so many of our children learning remotely, we've also been made painfully aware of the big gaping technology divide, the lack of equity in homeschooling. Children who have resources are faring pretty well. Kids who don't have access to the internet and supportive homes, not so much. The fact is that we will emerge from this difficult time, I suspect, that with more raw and difficult discussions about race, about racial attitudes, and about bias. Many stories to tell. And with that in mind, I hope you as emerging journalists will be spurred on to tackle that kind of reporting that is really so urgent right now. Investigative stories that reveal our new and challenging world, stories of pain, but also stories of hope and resilience. They're out there too. There are so many stories out there to be reported on, and always remember to tell them with honesty and also with compassion. The world can use a little bit more heart these days, even in journalism, from a journalist. As I mentioned, I grew up in small town Georgia, the daughter of factory workers who never finished high school. And in fact, I went to a segregated school up until 4th grade. And I'll never forget that day when we finally integrated and moved into a new school from our black school, predominantly black school, to a white school. And all of us students sort of looking at each other, almost like we came from different planets. It was a time of confusion, but it was also a time of discovery and growth. I distinctly remember the jarring moment setting foot on the campus of the formerly white Perry Elementary School, but I also remember the possibilities that opened up. Suddenly, I was in a starkly new environment, one with children who didn't look like me, but I also noticed that there were challenges that were in a good way, too. The bar was set a little bit higher. There were greater resources. And in some ways, expectations were greater. It spurred me on to achieve and to understand our world and to just really want to go for more. Maybe that was the foundation of my curiosity as a future journalist. In fact, one of my enduring memories of that time is when I was in the classroom of a teacher who became one of my favorite teachers, Mrs. Dorothy Hardy, a stern English teacher who taught poetry and insisted on proper grammar, and you couldn't chew gum in her classroom. She was really, really tough. But I really wanted to impress her, and I did, and I worked my hardest. And one day she said in that syrupy Southern way, "Deborah, you're a smart girl. You're going to go really far." Well, just imagine what that meant to this little black girl in small town Perry, Georgia, a teacher who really believes in me. And I really, really believed her. I took her at her word. So this is a teacher who stopped outside of her worldview to encourage a student. She brought a new attitude to her newly diverse classroom, and I was the recipient of that. Today, I encourage you to bring a new attitude to your future and to your work in journalism. There is a challenging world that is going to need your smarts, your dedication, and your compassion. Yes, definitely your compassion to explore and to explain it. I was honored to speak at commencement at UGA a couple of years ago, and I threw out a challenge to the class that year to speak out and to get to know people who are in circumstances different from theirs. Politically, racially, socioeconomically, it's easy and comfortable to hang with people that you know, right? But it won't change your outlook, your worldview. Until we explore a world unlike the one we know, we won't truly understand what it is to be empathetic, less biased, and successful people. In my career, I've had an opportunity to travel to the far reaches of Africa, reporting on the ravages of the AIDS epidemic, to Asia, and to expose the crisis of maternal mortality there, and to deep corners of our own country, really, to take a look at all kinds of things here, things that are ailing us, things that we can actually celebrate. These experiences have expanded my view of the world. They've enlightened me as a reporter and as a person. I hope that many of you get similar opportunities in your life. It's an old-fashioned view, but I think that the work of reporting is kind of a higher calling, a calling to not only tell stories, but to inspire and to illuminate along the way. So, get to it. Yes, we are living in a difficult time, but it is also a time for great opportunity. Thank you again for this cherished award and the chance to be with you. I wish I could thank you in person, but this will have to do for now. And in the meantime, I wish you all health, I wish you strength and joy, and I hope to see you sometime soon in the near future. Stay safe, stay well, and thanks again.
Congratulations to Deborah Roberts for this award, and thank you for your words of wisdom. They mean more to us up-and-coming journalists than you know. Now we head up to North Campus, to the office of the President of the University of Georgia. Please welcome President Jerry Moorhead.
On behalf of the University of Georgia, congratulations to one of our outstanding alumni, Deborah Roberts, on receiving the DiGamma Kappa Award for Distinguished Achievement. This award is presented to those that have served as role models in their respective fields and have made positive contributions to journalism as a whole. Deborah, today you join the likes of many amazing journalists that have come before you and received this prestigious award. Ted Turner, Barbara Walters, and our very own Charlene Hunter-Gauld. Knowing how much Charlene means to you, it brings me great joy to learn that you are receiving this well-deserved honor this year as we celebrate the legacy of one of the first Black students to attend UGA. I want to thank you for all that you do for your alma mater. You and your family have and continue to be great supporters of the University of Georgia, and we appreciate it. Congratulations again on receiving this award and all that you have accomplished. Stay safe, and we look forward to a time that we can welcome you back to campus.
Thank you, President Moorhead, for those kind words. Now, I am honored to be able to induct 11 new members into DiGamma Kappa. These members will join a network of accomplished and determined journalists and media professionals who have changed the industry for the better. After they graduate, these members will make DiGamma Kappa proud. We are so excited to be inducting these members into the oldest broadcast journalism society in the country. Ansley Edwards, Ireland Hayes, Connor Hendricks, Anna Hughes, Elle Jacobson, Sarah Lawrence, Nikki Schatz, Aria Circa, Caitlin Vinson, Gabrielle Vitale, and Juliana Washburn. Congratulations to everyone inducted this year. We're so excited to see what you accomplished in DiGamma Kappa. We are thrilled you could join us tonight for such a special event in such extraordinary circumstances. Congratulations again to the Innovator and WSB Radio Award winners. Congratulations to our new inductees. Welcome to DiGamma Kappa. Thank you to members of the Georgia Association of Broadcasters and to Mr. Bob Houghton for your incredible partnership and for sharing this event with us. Thank you to Janice Hume, Karen Andrews, and Dodie Cantrell for helping us organize this event, along with DGK alum Jody Daneman and his production team for making it come to life. A special thank you to Dean Davis as well for all you do for us and for Grady College. And one more thank you for our special guest, Deborah Roberts. Your incredible work has inspired young journalists like me and everyone watching tonight. In such a difficult year, your passion has encouraged us to continue forging our own paths within this industry. We are so excited for the day when we can welcome everyone back to Athens in person again. Thank you so much and have a good night.